What? Hello and welcome, this is AZ383 and welcome to another fabulous episode of Let's Play Kirby Return to Dreamland, or KRDL. Jeez. Alright, so now we begin the second world, Raisin Ruins. As I'm going to start you off, I just recommend right now just getting through the level until which point I tell you to grab an energy sphere. For now, I recommend grabbing Whip, because I like to be a little bit of a sadist here and there. We all like being sadists. Don't lie. Seriously, stop lying, it's annoying, it's not going to work with me. So yes, as you keep going, also these little guys right here. So what we want to do is drop down and drop into this little section where you can get a 1-up if you want to. Personally, I don't care for 1-ups, but I'll show you something kind of interesting in this episode. That little yellow guy right now on my left who I'm attacking, he's also another reference to Kirby 64 and Crystal Shards. Okay guys, I'm sorry, I like it. I did a versus on it, and I may actually, one day, maybe, do a Let's Play on it on my own to focus on it in more detail. But that's a possibility. However, for now, what I want you to do is drop down here and grab. Actually, I don't even really want you to. You can do it if you want. Again, stars aren't my favorite things. Basically, just keep progressing. There's nothing really you need to go for at this point. When the time comes, I'll tell you what to do. So, I prefer using Whip and whipping pretty much everything in sight. The Whip is actually a very nice new addition to the Kirby series. This is its first premiere. For it can grab things. It's very useful, and it grabs multiple things and it hurts people. What more could you want? So, as you can see, there's a fuse right here. Now, fun fact, you can spawn enemies by walking out of camera. Now, I recommend charging, running, getting into that cannon so you'll be shot upwards to most likely where your next energy sphere is. Let's take a look now, shall we? Oh, what is this? An energy sphere! I'm gonna take that. So yes, you have your first one. Now let's see. You have 2 empty spots. Right. Let's see if you have to go. I don't think this is one of them where you need an ultra power. Probably not. Well, it's fine. So what I recommend is grabbing Needle, but you don't need to. Right now, there's no specific power that calls upon you. That, like, you'll need to use to grab something else, but there are those in the game. Oh, this is hard. So, what I recommend is, later, this level, or the next level, you're going to want to stay ahead of that boulder, because where it collides into is a thing. You can get into this section that will be halted by, like, say you're running for an energy sphere, and you can get in there, but if the boulder were to meet you there, it will block off the location to it. Yeah, I think it is this. What you need to do is you just need to stay ahead of one of those boulders, and maybe have one in front of you. Like, where you are now, where I am now. Yeah, it's just this. Well, what you really need to do right here is just not jump up. In theory, yeah, you may, if you did that incorrectly, you'd probably take a little bit of damage, but no major harm. So, in this area, I'm going to recommend you climb upwards to avoid those boulders. And see, you have 1 energy sphere left. Sorry guys, no ultra power today. It's okay, it's okay. Shh, stop crying. So, and also, just this level's pretty easy. Well, it is the second level, the entire thing. It's this first stage, second level. An invincibility candy! Basically, run. Just keep moving. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Kirby 64 references. Kirby 64. Kill your enemies. Get some food if you want. Hey, I'm Parasol. A power that when I was younger I completely disregarded, which I think may have been a little harsh. I mean, an umbrella is such a nice thing to have, and apparently it's so useful. I like it in the water. Alright, looks like I'm about to fight a boss, which is this, a mini-boss. You can generally infer that when you see 2 powers. And as I said, I generally recommend taking the power of the boss. Bonkers. He's holding a big hammer. What power does he give? Oh, this is hard. I don't know. Maybe it's clearly Spark. So yeah, once you kill him, in any way that you choose, I recommend taking hammer. And let's see if you'll need it. I like what they did with hammer in this game. Not too much more than Kirby Superstar Ultra from what I remember. Ah, these blocks. Stone and hammer can easily break through these blocks. These, I guess, quote-unquote steel blocks or metal. Whatever hard substance they're constructed out of, hammer and stone are generally the recommended items to penetrate through them. Also, if you ever see a mound, or it looks like a brown wooden nail protruding from the ground, shooting up, it's about the size of Kirby, you generally want to use stone or hammer on it. I'll show you what that looks like when I get to it, but hammer and stone are just very useful powers in general, I think. I like how you can actually blow hammer up in the process of running and throwing it. You can actually throw it and it will explode. Ah, this level houses one of my favorite powers in the world. Maybe not this game, but it's just my favorite element. Water! And I just showed you how you can throw your hammer and blow things up. And I just destroyed the water power. I love that little small thing. I like the small things gamers put in the games. Of Kirby and just other games in general. Like when Kirby is swimming, I like how there's that inner tube. If you want to see it. Go back like about 20 seconds. Don't worry, you'll have to see it later. Going over here isn't a major thing to obtain, but it's nice sometimes. See, look, I like this part of the water. I can just ride in my little inner tube, which is funny because Meta Knight, DDD, and Waddle Dee all have different inner tubes. It's that little thing that makes me quite happy. Rock or stone, I guess. Time to get stone. So I have water, but yeah, I don't really want it. This is not a time where it's crucial to have. At times, it's generally a recommendation to have it, but you can get away with it just this one time. However, personally, I actually would have recommended that you guys would have obtained stone right there. But it's not the end of the world. The world is not over, guys. We survived 2012. Yeah, that kind of mound is what I was talking about a few moments ago. With stone or hammer. This little mound the size of Kirby. If you smash it, you generally, well, you get through what you're expecting. Alright, this is a fun little thing. Smash it, now run and jump up. Keep towards the top of the level when you do this, because as it cuts you off, we'll just stay up. Just get through the middle section of that level, then stay up. And then once it solidifies, you'll be fine. You'll be fine! No problem. Don't be worried. That ravenous monster won't hurt you. Just kidding. So, I'm sorry this episode hasn't been released earlier. This episode didn't come out any earlier. It should have been, but I mentioned this more or less relates to the last Shadow episode. But yeah, I was out of town and I didn't have a lot of time. Now I do. Now I'll make things. So you can go for this one if you want. Not the end of the world if you do or don't. Fast. And having whip or water would help. Whip allows you to reach further, and water, I think, allows you to go a little bit faster. You gotta go faster, 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 faster. And you can surf. Surf's up, man. What? Surfing? Fun fact, when you're in the water, and you're swimming, and you have water power, Kirby sprays, he shoots bubbles out of his mouth. He blows bubbles like that. He blows bubbles. Bubbles. His bubbles are stronger when you have water. I guess that makes sense. Okay, as for this part, you obviously saw it. Just hit the block and grab it. Grab the energy sphere, which you need 2 more. Aww, you destroyed water. Just riding on the tube. I do believe it's not a big deal taking damage in this game. Not major damage. Like, I'll attempt to avoid damage when I can, of course, but sometimes there are points in this game where I think that instead of, like, to get through a certain part, taking damage isn't the end of the world. Especially if it's, like, little damage. But you'll see those kind of moments later. Just moments where you have to just kind of get through everything and maybe take a hit of damage or something. Oh! Now, here's another sign of something interesting. Notice how you see these little stars on these devices shooting fire? Usually when you see something abnormal, I mean, okay, this is a Kirby game. You're gonna see abnormal things. But when you see something even more abnormal than something in a regular Kirby level, expect an ultra power. In this case, Flare Beam. then destroy those awkward things. What do you think? What do you think about that, guys? This game... By the way, this is complete sarcasm. That wasn't sarcasm, but this is... Kirby's totally xenophobic! No, it's not. Whenever you see something very unusual, prepare to probably get an ultra power. Really. Expect that. And when you have an ultra power, you have a dimension to which you can go fight a sphere to murder it. Oh, what is this? This, my little friend, is the portal to the other world. The other world. Here I go. Whee! Okay, now there's this part in this level that with a friend of mine, we've played before, that I keep dying at, like, no matter what. Okay, let's be honest. It's stupid of me. I make the error here, and I kind of actually want you to see how stupid I was. How stupid I was with this little error in the past. So I'll replicate the action. I'm usually a lot smarter with Kirby and platforming and all that jazz, but there's like this one thing I keep messing up with. It's right over here. What happens is I attempt to suck up one of the enemies, and I die. I forget, oh crap, I'm falling. And I kind of die. So, yeah, I should probably stop dying. Now I'm gonna fast forward until we get back to the part where I fell. Okay, bye.
Now that we're caught up. Oh, wait, I've already gone through Kirby. Hold on a second.
Now that I fell, I can get off my chest, because that's a silly mistake, but who cares? I've passed it. And now, you just continue through this dimension, this, I can't say parallel world, because for the life of me, I really don't know where this world is. It just looks like another little world. You swim into that portal, you know, the floating water. Grab power and never so fun old time. I guess I'll take the parasol. I've kind of ignored it in the past. The parasol deserves love, guys. It deserves love. Based on what? I don't know. The way I used to float off. The way it just didn't appeal to me until now. Anyway, I don't know, but I do appreciate it a little more than I used to. Now, if there's power I really appreciate more, and you know it, it's beam! But it's okay. I love this game. Powers too. A lot of other things. A lot of things about this game are appealing. The story, the characters, the visuals, the powers, the idea. Its final product's just so fun. This game in general is just so cool. So once you grab your tomato and murder your spear doomer buddy, because you kill your buddies totally. You do your little dance, make a little love, don't get down tonight, jump up in here, not care how you do, because it really doesn't matter to me. Well, or you could just, like, step away from the controller to make some gestures and completely ignore pressing the controller. I'm sorry, Kirby's pose. I'm gonna show that again. Oh my god, Kirby's just like, oh, why? Well, this has been ASF383. See you in the next episode, guys. If you enjoyed this wonderful episode, bye!